Hi, welcome to another edition of iDig Day Trading. I just wanted to make a note here, I guess, about some of these crypto plays. Marathon, M-A-R-A, BTBT. I'm sorry, I'm a little slow. BTBT, and what was the other one? RIOT? Yeah, RIOT. So these are like blockchain and crypto. They're all related to crypto. And this is what you would call a sympathy play towards the news catalyst that we had yesterday, where Elon Musk announced that Tesla, or he himself, it doesn't matter who it was, whether it was he or Tesla, bought like $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin, and also they're going to set up things so that people can buy Teslas with Bitcoin. And so what happened was, basically, it was a situation where yesterday, this is RIOT. So RIOT yesterday responded to the news. This is yesterday. They had a strong day. Now, what I'm trying to demonstrate here is that this is yesterday. So the news came out. God, oh no, I'm sorry, I got a little too far. The news came out, yeah, as you can see. Let's say the news came out. It came out in the morning, actually. But maybe it came out in the evening. I got the news yesterday in pre-market at about 8:30 in the morning, which is probably right around here. So maybe the news came out a little earlier on some other channels. I got mine through Seeking Alpha. Maybe people picked it up earlier on a tweet that Elon Musk had put out, which is, if you don't know already, you should probably be following him on Twitter, because he's always putting out things that he likes, which is often a ticker symbol. So anyway, as you can see, it went up in pre-market, and then it even gapped up more during the day. And the example here is, at the end of the day, it finished strong. RIOT finished strong. Look, where are we here? I'm sorry, I'm going a little ahead of myself. Right here, here's the end of the day. 4 o'clock yesterday. It ended strong. It just climbed up and ended strong. And let's look at MARA, Marathon Patent Group, which is also a crypto sympathy play. And they too, here's 9:30. No, let me go back a little bit. Okay, here we go. Here's 9:30 yesterday, and it was affected by the news positively, and it ended strong. God, I keep getting ahead of myself. Right here, 4 o'clock, it ended strong. And then, of course, in the aftermarket yesterday, it gapped up even more. And then let's look at this last one, BTBT, Bit Digital. And what did they do? Oh, this happens sometimes with E-Trade. It just blocks out a little bit here, and sometimes you have to just reboot it. Here we go. So yesterday, it finished strong. Here's 9:30 in the morning yesterday. We'll call it like at a low of $19, and then it finished on the day at 25, modest but pretty good, damn good gain actually. And then it gapped up in the aftermarket. And then this is the thing: they all did this at 9:30 in the morning. They all did the classic dip and rip, And so at 9:30, it was at 26. We'll say, actually, what is it? 26.42, and it got as low as 23. And look what it did. Now it dipped back down to the VWAP, but it got as high as 29. Now, that's not a huge percentage gain, but I guess the point is with these plays, and they all did this. They all did the same thing, and they all dipped. They all, gapped up pretty much similar in the aftermarket. They all finished strong at the end of the day yesterday at 4 o'clock. And they all did the same dip and rip type thing. And this is we'll call this at 9:40. Now let's go back and look at Mara. What did they do at that time? They dipped at 9:37 and then ripped. And then let's look at now, what was the other one? RIOT? Yeah, RIOT. Let's look at RIOT. They dipped at 9:37, 9:38. So around 9, they all did the same thing. This one's doing a little bit better. This one got further up. This one from 33 to now 40. Now it's down to 39. So I guess one of the things I've been finally getting a beat on is I've heard this theory about how on the first day of good news, sometimes they call it the first green candle day, but this one isn't a first green candle day because these guys have been going up several days. But big news catalyst, obviously Tesla, Elon Musk making an announcement like that, that he's going to invest 1.5 billion in Bitcoin, and then get Tesla and make it available for people to purchase Tesla vehicles through crypto, through Bitcoin. Big news item, and all three of these stocks, these Sympathy crypto plays, all reacted the same way. And I think the key lesson here is that, and I was thinking of doing it yesterday, but I wanted to test my theory first before I risked any money. So I watched it closely yesterday because I had a good trade yesterday in the morning, and I just didn't want to push myself. So I thought, why don't I spend the rest of the day watching some patterns and learning a little bit. So what I would have done if I decided to, I would have bought them at the close. Maybe even before, sorry, what day is this? This was yesterday. I started watching it. This is RIOT. I started watching all three of these probably off and on around midday, and I could have bought in here, and I should have, obviously. But for next time, that's what I'm going to do. Is I'm going to buy at the close. If it's closing strong on a good news catalyst, if it was fading into the like if this came up here and then it passed VWAP and it started fading for the rest of the day, I would not have bought it. But I would have bought strong. If it finishes strong, I would have bought it. Maybe I would have even sold into aftermarket, or not buy and just wait and see what happens in the morning and wait for that dip, buy in, and then take advantage of all this. Two strategies you could do there. You could buy and hold overnight, buy and sell in the aftermarket, or buy in the morning, the dip, and let it rip. Ooh, look at that. And then for me, I would probably go with buy into strength at night. At the afternoon, 4 o'clock near the close, and see if it gaps up in aftermarket, because there was probably a lot of volume in the aftermarket. Because for me, the dip is always hard for me to nail because it's fast, it happens quick. You got to be really good at reading the level 2, and if there's a lot of volume and a lot of volatility, for me, it's really hard for me to read the level 2, and then you have to try and figure out where it might drop. You have to, So I probably would have done a classic mistake where I would have looked at a 10-day chart and would have said, okay, it's up here, support. Look where support ended up being. It ended up being right here. I probably would have gone further down, looking for a crash, which experience is now teaching me with a big, strong news catalyst like that, you're not going to have a big panic, I guess is what you call it. More a dip than a panic. So anyway, those are a couple of those takeaways. It's like from these three stocks, RIOT, MARA, and what was the other one? BTCB. God, I'm sorry. I just had lunch. BTCB. Can't find it. Oh, God. Right, BTBT. That's it. BTBT. So sorry. Anyway, so keep an eye on these, I guess. Weed stocks are now maybe the next thing to focus on in terms of a news catalyst, upcoming news catalyst. And, of course, crypto is also good. I'm sure you know that already. And, of course, biotech plays, vaccines, coronavirus vaccines, and EVs, electric vehicles. And who knows what else. I'm starting to think infrastructure stocks. They sound a little boring, but with Democrats in power, they're probably going to pass a big infrastructure bill, and companies that deal with construction of highways and bridges and all kinds of other infrastructure. And that's also going to be tied into electric vehicles, but also the traditional infrastructure of just building plain old roads and and bridges and tunnels. Yeah, you know. All right, what's happening right now? This thing. Ooh, it passed a VWAP. BTBT. Let's see what the other ones are doing. Let's see if they're all kind of copying each other. Look at that. That's going down too. Same time. Oh wow, this is interesting. And then what was the last one? RIOT. Yeah, good old RIOT. And then RIOT. Oh my God, that is so crazy. All three of them are all dipping to the VWAP at the same time. That's nuts. All right. Continue to watch and leave some comments. Love to hear if you guys and girls and gals or whatever have similar experiences with these stocks. I would love to know if anyone has any success or near success or whatever. It'd be good to share. Anyway, I'll see you in the next video. All right, take care.